Hi, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. Today, this will be a divine masculine check-in. Okay, let's drop in. Already a pretty amazing synchronicity with yesterday's divine feminine reading. Both masculine and feminine received the financial discipline card, same position actually, and also in reverse. Uh, and the same mess, even though the cards are different, a similar message came out for divine feminines that they're meant to step into this spiritual career, or rather a career rooted in their soul gifts. Doesn't have to be specifically spiritual. But what's very fascinating, masculines, for masculine energy, I never know if I should talk to the masculines or talk about the masculines. So forgive me if I toggle back and forth. When there's a loud message for the masculines, I usually address them head on, but it's just a funny thing that I struggle with in this energy. Okay. All right. So in the unconscious position, masculines, we have spiritual career. So the idea of actually stepping into your spiritual self and actually making a living from those spiritual gifts is being pushed into the shadow right now. So why? What does that look like for you? Are you ashamed of something? Is it too edgy and vulnerable to come out of the quote unquote spiritual closet? Me and my friend talk all the time about all these different closets we have to come out of as a kind of as we're on the spiritual path. I had to come out of the oracle closet and tell people that I'm no longer in clinical nutrition and I am an oracle. It was a weird kind of process in coming out. But the funniest thing is that I'm the only one that made the biggest deal about it, right? When I finally did it, no one really gave a crap. And I'm like, wow, I spent all of that energy worrying about stepping into my truth, stepping into my power. And, no one can make that discernment for you. Only you can honor when you are ready to do those things. And also, masculines, there's let's call up to the surface all of the blocks or all of the ideas or perceptions that you may be plugged into thinking about bringing your spiritual career to the forefront of your life. I mean, if you come from let's just keep it real. If you come from a very corporate world, yeah, to all of a sudden be like, I'm a shamanic breath worker, that might be a little weird for people to adjust to. But nothing is weirder than living a life that's not in alignment with your truth. So at some point, the scale will tip. Again, no one can make that judgment for you of when is the right time to kind of strike while the iron is hot, so to speak. But yeah, so I just want to keep this in mind as we step deeper into the reading. Where can I put this? You know what? I really want this on the table because I think it's an important lens that as we go through what you are present with and what you are confronting. Oh, I did not put this together because I focus so much in the shadow position. I mean, dear, dear, beautiful masculines, your financial, there's something here about, I'm trying to find kinder words of how to say this, but you have financial discipline in reverse. So where are you lacking in discipline? Are you being a little reckless right now with your resources? Yes, it says financial, but it doesn't just have to mean financial and money. It could also mean energetic resources. It could be non-renewable resources like your time. So there's a message here that okay, I'm literally getting ripped in two right now. So let me do the lovely message and then we'll do the difficult message. Uh, okay. Masculines, for one group here, a part of the reason why you might be struggling financially is because you're doing something that goes against your soul's deepest mission, your soul's deepest desires. Yeah, of course, it's really difficult to wake up every single day and go to a physical job when you hate it, when it's insulting to your soul, when you feel like you can't be yourself, when you feel like you have to show up and put on a bunch of different masks and play a different character every day, confronting different things. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It makes sense that you're in times of difficulty with our career and things like that. It's a known thing that it's been like studied that during recessions, people actually spend the most money. And what's so sad about that information, they don't, of course, they never talk about this because they're probably not informed or they don't want to take accountability for all the insanity. Then again, the people testing aren't the ones that caused the recession, but um, people end up spending the most money because they're in a trauma response, right? When there's scarcity mindset, or when things are just costing so much that it feels like you're digging yourself in an endless hole. Yeah, it makes you want to go spend money, and it's like, why wait? Life is short. Let's enjoy it now. And it's understandable, but it is sad to me that people often do that as a coping mechanism, right? It's like um, the things that you can count on when things get tough are that alcohol sales are going to be really high. It's a sad thing, but alcohol, liquor stores, things like that did very well during the pandemic. So, masculines, let's rein it in. I'm going off on tangents, but you may be struggling financially because you're not stepping into your spiritual career. That is the first heavy hitting meat and potato message from this spread right here. So that is one for one group of masculines. Because you're not stepping into your spiritual gifts, into your soul mission, into your deepest truth, you're honoring your deepest yearnings and longings to how you want to show up in the world and what kind of work you want to do. It may be causing a rift in your ability to kind of manage your financial situation. Okay, that's one whole message for one group. The other more intense I'm sorry, I'm just trying to really find the words, and let me take another sip of water. Spirit, surround this session with golden loving light. Allow only messages of the highest and best good to come through for the highest and best good of myself and the planet. Sorry, I didn't say that, and I needed to, and I just felt like it was a good little window. Okay, let me stop beating around the bush. The other kind of really intense message here, we have rebirth in reverse, parenting in reverse, domestic harmony upright, and then financial discipline. So many different versions of what this could be. This is like many branches of the same tree. So we have this domestic harmony card upright when everything else is in reverse. So I have to look at these different inverses of this, like the correlation between these things. So one message here is that in times of domestic harmony, right, happy family life, other things start to break down. Like there's an association here, and I'm trying to figure out how Spirit wants me to say this. Spirit, help me find the words, because I'm really struggling with this. You know what? Where's my little, I don't have it with me, but you've seen me in different readings before where, let me just use these two cards. Ignore the messages on these. I'm just using, when you have an upright and an inverse, every time I see this, and mind you, these are Merkabas or Merkaba, I don't know how you say it. They're constantly spinning and revolving in infinite ways and infinite directions. So there's a lot of vortex energy in this. So when I see an upright, this is how I'm viewing it. It's like these things are in constant motion, and there's like an inverse correlation. So it's like when there's domestic harmony, maybe there's less financial discipline. When there's financial discipline, maybe there's less domestic harmony. So do you see how this stuff starts to relate to one another? Let's put these back in their appropriate order. But it's very intense when you start to dissect this stuff and look at it on a life level, on a psychological level, on a spiritual level. It gets to be very dense. So I'm trying to tease it out for you by just sharing with you all the different players and all the archetypal journeys that are showing up. I can't deny these to me go right together. So we have domestic harmony, and then we have parenting in reverse, which to me prevents whatever chaos is happening. It's preventing this rebirth from happening. And I'm actually going to put this with spiritual career because this is the shadow position, and transformation and personal growth is being blocked right now. So let's just focus on this parenting and domestic harmony. No, I'm going to leave them up here. Whoopsie-daisy. Nah, I guess they want to be down here. Okay, yeah, it's like, here's the other thing. It's like maybe masculines, when you are in harmony in a relationship, maybe you struggle with parenting. Maybe this is struggling with parenting your actual children that you have, or maybe this is struggling to parent your internal parts. This could also be, okay, very specific message out there for those of you that are either not together with your partner of your child. Did I say that properly? You get what I'm trying to say. If you're not with your baby mama or baby daddy, which, it's so weird. I hate saying those phrases, and yet on camera, they always come out of my mouth. So whatever, I had to say it for someone. If you're not with the partner, your child's parent, that's so weird. I don't like how I'm saying that. It's late. I'm so sorry, but you get what I'm trying to say. If you're dating someone else, it could cause a rift in the parenting dynamic. That's another message that's coming out. Or if you're polyamorous and maybe you are with your partner or the mother or father of your children, but you're also dating or something, it feels very cloudy and muddy and like messy, whatever this is. So again, we can work on these inverses. So maybe when parenting is going great, maybe you're not in a fulfilling relationship. But when you're in a fulfilling relationship, maybe it's difficult to somehow parent either your own children or your internal family parts. So masculines are going through a bit of the word that's coming through is sifting. It's like masculines are sifting through this stuff maybe on a micro level that they weren't previously able to access. Masculines have been known in the past to penetrate situations, circumstances, culture, society in a very intense, strong, assertive, the word I'm not saying is fast, but that's the word I want to say, in a very fast, kind of intense way. And sometimes that speed affects our accuracy, right? When we move really fast, sometimes we don't take up enough space to go at our own pace so that we can access wise discernment. So maybe you're moving really fast and maybe you're accomplishing a lot, but maybe you're making mistakes. Maybe the discernment piece is a little bit off. Okay, I want to get some more about this chaos because it just feels like a lot. Yeah, at the end of the day, something is being blocked from being birthed, from coming into creation. I'm also drawn to the inverted red Merkaba. So something is blocking root chakra, right? That's all of the not sexuality, but literally our sex organs, right? It's our root. It's our grounding to the world. It's our feelings of safety and security and stability. It is our firm foundation. And right now for masculine, something is off. Okay, yeah, celestial alignment in reverse. Yeah, it makes sense if things are wobbly and things are off, that masculines are not connected with source right now. So that's a message, masculines. Pay attention. You're meant to reconnect with source. We also have self-sabotage. So what that's telling me is that you know what you have to do, but you're not doing it. So where are you pulling the rug out from under yourself? Where are you, and this is a big one, masculines, where are you leaving yourself out in the cold? Where are you putting yourself in harm's way when you know you don't have to do that? When you know you can easily say the thing, make a request, do the thing, whatever it is, to ask for what you need, to ask for support, to ask for guidance. So yes, this is another card that's in alignment with this messages. So we have wounded healer in the reverse. So a wounded healer is someone who's been wounded and can extract the knowledge and alchemize it into wisdom, right? But it's in the reverse. So masculine, you know what you have to do. Turn to source. Source will guide you through your dark night. Source will guide you through the storm. Source will illuminate your darkness so that you can understand your behaviors, your actions, your thoughts, and understand what is showing up on your side of the street so that you can take accountability for this and actually extract all of the powerful divine wisdom from all of your incredible experience, right? Just because you're not where you want to be in this second doesn't mean you failed, doesn't mean you're not meant to be exactly right there. So don't rush the process. Slow down, masculines. I'm going to kind of be in my grandma scolding energy right now, but slow down. You're meant to slow down because you're missing a few puzzle pieces to round out the image. You're going to need these puzzle pieces. Okay, I just saw a bunch of cards flipped. Okay, feeling safe and harvest. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Do I take all these? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Yes, sacred lust is in reverse. So are you maintaining connections that are like low vibe and dissonant? Are you maintaining connections, masculines, out of wanting to just for incomplete reasons, meaning for an individual reason, like you want to be intimate with someone, or you don't want to feel alone, or you want to distract yourself, or you want to, occupy your mind so you don't have to do the work that's knocking on your door. Are you stepping into low vibe, low frequency, shallow, intimate, physical, like sexual connections because these things are draining your power? Okay, I don't even know where to put these. We have rage, we have level up, we have intuition in reverse. I'm going to put it over here. Well, I'll put it over here. Of course, masculines, you don't have access to your intuition because you're cut off from source. You're cut off from that divine self-love, from all of that beautiful, delicious grace that would support you and love you. Okay, and then, okay, look what we have. Soul forgiveness in reverse. Yeah, so, masculines. The more we get into this reading, this parenting in reverse card is making more and more sense to me. So for me, now that all this is out here, for me, this is speaking to struggling to parent self. Sure, if the children analogies or ideas resonated with you, beautiful. Take those and run with them. If they didn't, this is about parenting your internal family system. Okay, so what did I just say? Sorry, it is late and my brain is like a little choppy, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Okay, I have a busy day tomorrow, and that's why I wanted to get this out, so it'll be out in the morning, hopefully. Where was I? What am I saying? Choppy reading, like I said. Okay, we have intuition and soul forgiveness. So, oh wait, I forgot. This came out with rage and it level up. So masculines, beautiful sacred masculines, you are being called to level up. But what's standing in the way is you taking accountability and responsibility for rage, for not just rage, but any dense emotion, any big emotion. There's no good and bad emotions. So if you're like judging emotions on whether or not they're valuable or invaluable, throw that system out. There is no value system. Every single emotion is valid and valuable. It's data. It gives us information about our current state. And if you could wade in the water of your dense emotional truth, it will always, always gift you with such a beautiful, beautiful awareness. You just have to be brave enough and daring enough to sit in that and be patient with it, and to not push yourself down the river faster than you're ready to travel. Your homework, masculines, you should write this on a little sticky note and put it on your mirror. Your homework is in practicing forgiveness, self-forgiveness. We can't truly forgive others until we can take radical accountability for our own behaviors. Masculines, this specific narrative and message for you continues to come up. I mean, it's been weeks now. And I just have to say it because, we're a twin flame channel here, and we talk about twin flame hierogamy and the inner and outer union. And I have to mention this. Masculines, if you have caused harm to your internal or external feminine energy, you are being called to step into radical accountability and take ownership over your behaviors, what you've said, your words, what you said, what you didn't say. This is such a big thing for masculines as they come into their power, as they come into their own sovereignty, and as grace drips over themselves and they can bathe in this glory, in all of this like divine worthiness. Sorry, I'm being dramatic on purpose if you couldn't tell. As this deliciousness comes in, it will, wait, now I'm forgetting my train of thought. Hold on. I got so caught up in my juiciness that I forgot what the heck I was saying. See, I can't do readings late. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's annoying. I don't know, whatever. So, I was talking about masculines taking ownership over their emotional truth and over their like physical actions. What did you do or not do, masculines, in this world, in this life, to or with your feminines that was maybe not of the highest and best possible good, right? We all have those things. We wouldn't be here listening to these readings, and we wouldn't be on this ascension path if we weren't meant to screw up and fail and make mistakes. I have to bring up one of my mentors, James Finley. He was a monk, and he said, what do the monasteries, actually, I lied. I think he told the story, but I think someone was speaking to Thomas Merton and asked him, what do the monks do in the monastery all day? He said, we fall and get back up. We fall and get back up. We fall and get back up. There is no other way around this, masculines. You must go through. I know you've heard that, but you hear it a lot for a reason, because it's just true. There's no way you're going to learn how to embody this grace in the face of your own deepest, darkest chaos unless you practice doing it. And how do you practice doing it? By actually taking one step forward in your darkness. By not taking a step forward, you step into self-sabotage. I don't know if you could see this. Wait, let me see if I could hit my camera so it could focus. Hold on. So I don't know if you could see this, but I don't even know what I'm looking at here, actually. So the card is self-sabotage, and it normally my instinct was, oh yeah, this beautiful goddess went into a river with a freaking anaconda or some huge snake. Yeah, I would say that's a little self-sabotagey behavior, right? You're like, what are you doing? But it almost looks like she's emerging out of the snake skin. I don't know how to read this image. I'm not going to go that deep in it, but maybe it means something to you. If it does, if you think of an alternate meaning, please put it in the comments. I would find that very interesting for that card. It's funny, like I use these cards all the time, but every time I look at them, I find something different. Okay, what's really interesting is I wasn't going to flip over the deck, but I just happened to really quickly. Divine lineage, masculine. So you're meant to call upon your ancestors. You're meant to call upon your ancestors forward and backward. Remember, we have access to the quantum field. We have access to the wisdom of the souls that will come after us. We have access to that right now. So there's something here, masculines. Again, honor that you're never alone. Okay, another message is ripping through my brain and heart right now. Masculines, if your predecessors, how do you say that word? Predecessors did some crappy things, you're meant to look back on how much has evolved and shifted and changed in your lineage. That was a really specific random message. I'm not going to get into all of the horrible things that I'm feeling and seeing that's coming up about what maybe your ancestors did or did not do. But, only like you, if you're here and you're listening to this, you are the cycle breaker, right? You've heard things like this before. You are the shaman of your family. You are the high priest. You are the, I don't know, Dakini. I don't know what to call you, but you are this divine creature that's saying no more. We're stopping this cycle. We're taking accountability. We are healing. And what's the word when you make, not repentance, but, oh my God, I'm drawing such a blank. See, too late. Reparations is the word I'm trying to think of. It's almost like you are being called to make reparations for your ancestral lineage. And by doing this, having profound forgiveness for them and for self, and having profound gratitude that you are not where they were. You have overcome so much as a lineage that this is cause for celebration. And it's also cause for, allow this awareness to inspire you to move forward, right? 7 generations forward are going to be even better than you are. And that's how it should be, right? We want the next generation to learn from us, to learn from our mistakes, to learn from our successes, but mainly to learn how to take accountability with a profound amount of self-forgiveness and grace. Beautiful, masculines. I know this is really intense. I'm also honoring that it seems like you're in a bit of rough water, but the biggest thing, if I'm going to give you like direct grandma matriarch homework, cut out the shitty lust, sorry, that came out so weird. Cut out these low frequency relationships. Take accountability, make conscious closures wherever you can. Be kind, release these people from your life. They're not serving you. They're draining your power and distracting you. They're also cutting you off from your divinity, from your soul essence. I think also when you feel ashamed of the acts that you're doing, of course, it's hard when you're actively in shame to think you're worthy of forgiveness. So it's just kind of like adding more stuff onto your spreadsheet or onto your ledger, if you will. Okay, where do we want to go? I'm gonna get we'll do these. What do I need to know about divine masculines? What do we need to know about divine masculines? Step back. Yeah, you need to take a step back, masculines, and pause. This is what we are on this journey learning self-love and worthiness. We are on this journey to learn how to take up enough space to go at our own pace so that we can access wise discernment. Now, wise discernment, although there are universal truths, there are not universal discernments, right? Because every person is going to need something at a different time. So there are no universal discernments that we can lean on. We're going to have to excavate discernment in real time, in the present moment, as these things are unfurling. You also receive signs, masculines. So again, if you're cut off from your celestial alignment from source, it's going to be much harder to receive the gifts, receive the messages, receive the signs that are always being communicated to you. Sorry. Okay, anything else for masculines? Anything else for masculines? Even though I'm exhausted and this was a weird, I felt like I was a weird reader tonight, we got there. I'm kind of really impressed with the messages, masculines. Like this, it feels very clear, even though I'm not very clear and I'm very low energy. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Okie doke, I'm listening. So we have abundance in reverse. What happens when the Holy Grail is turned upside down? Everything runs out of it. So masculines, you're being called to clean all this up so you can have a chalice that will not leak anything. Yeah, you have let loose in reverse. This is not a time to let loose. This is a time to rein it in, and call your spirit back from places it doesn't belong. I am not making this up. You got another intuition card in reverse. Okay, and then we have, let's see, we have self-care, beautiful, self-explanatory, new beginnings. This is a picture of a cemetery. Remember, death and rebirth is happening 24/7, infinitely, on and on and on. And then we have make a wish in reverse. This isn't like what I'm... Okay, there's two messages here. One, this is not a time to make frivolous wishes. This is a time to drop in and do your work, masculines. This is a time, instead of wishing upon a star, this is a time to roll up your sleeves and look directly at what's showing up on your side of the street so that you can go to work and take accountability and responsibility for your life, because you are meant for profound things. Your feminines are waiting for you to show up. Okay, and then we have adventure in the unconscious position. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So there's a part of you, I think, masculines, that if you take accountability, this will not be the adventure you think it's going to be, or rather, you will not have adventures on the other side of this. But I'm here to tell you that is incorrect. The greatest adventure is on the other side of this difficult task. Your self-worth, your self-esteem, your intuition, your connection with source, your spiritual career, your gifts, all these things that you get to build from an aligned place are on the other side of you taking accountability. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. I think we're going to end on a little bit of a Buddha wisdom. What can we get for masculines? Boom. That was lovely. Okay, we have masculines. Give thanks for what has been given to you, however little. And then in the unconscious, we have be the one who is awake, shine in radiance of spirit. So it's in the unconscious position. So what are you scared about, or what are you afraid of being the one who is awake? Is there any fears or shadows around that? Okay, masculines, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry I was a little loopy tonight, but it's all good. Beautiful, beautiful messages, and I will see you in the next one.